as an Iranian artist who can never even travel to Iran, I often find myself, particularly in the moments of controversy, a speaker about the Iranian culture to the Westerners. And sometimes I have to defend it and even defend the Islamic regimes while I myself am in battle with my own government. So I find a responsibility in a way of how I could speak, or even through my work, communicate to the Western audience. And yet I have my own community of Iranians inside and outside, and then I have the government of Iran to address. I've learned that instinctively the last few years, the reason I've been drawn into cinema is partially because of my frustration with, I suppose, the kind of elitism that it is in the art world, that it sort of automatically eliminates a part of the audience that could have entered galleries and museums because of their lack of education on art, etc. And with cinema, I find that it's much closer to the popular culture and accessible, and that it's also artists involved in it, not as a way of marketing or making commodities, but really telling stories. And I've particularly since the last few years that my country has been going through so much change politically, I found that it was through my feature-length film Women Without Men that I really became close to my own people, because they really related to the story that I was able to tell. I've come to the conclusion that in every portrait we're looking for ourselves. Whether I'm photographing myself performing a role or photographing someone else, there is something in that concept that I'm trying to create that ultimately projects my own personal obsession. And whether it's religion, whether it's fanaticism, whether it's the question of alienation, the question of exile, the question of fighting the people of power, whether it's a single concept or a storyline, it always comes back to the obsession of the artist. I, for myself, believe more and more that, particularly in this time that we live, a very, very politically troubled time, we really need our artists more than ever to engage and be face-to-face with other individuals, from government leaders to politicians to diplomats to activists to scientists, because we are able to be a different kind of voices, and we are voices that people are listening to.